Okay, hi there, everybody. Here we have a CPE essay, a proficiency essay, level C2. So the question is, your teacher has asked you to write an essay about the following question. Who should receive, no, a scholarship? A scholarship is countable. Scholarship uncountable is learning. So scholarship is something that is promoted by universities. Scholarship, uncountable learning. A scholarship, this is money to help pay the fees or to pay all of the fees at a school or at a university. So who should receive a scholarship? This essay was written by Roland Simon. Although everyone has an inalienable right to access proper education, a young person with a less wealthy background is unable to pay the hefty tuition fees. That's a great first sentence. It's a great introduction. I love this phrase, inalienable right. Yeah? That sounds like the American Declaration of Independence, a great phrase. To access proper education. And then I like this word hefty, heavy, large tuition fees. So, scholarship, no. Scholarships. Whoops, I need to make this capital. Scholarships, and therefore, as it's plural, provide a lifeline for many people. Who should be eligible to receive, so as I've changed that then, but that's not a valid correction. Okay, scholarships provide a lifeline for many. A scholarship would provide a lifeline for many people. Should we focus on mere talent or consider other factors such as poverty? Okay, so the only thing here is this question of is scholarship countable or uncountable? A scholarship, countable definitely. Okay, so let's go on. Firstly, if someone has a great qualification, they are bound to get their feet at the door of the job market. Okay, I like this idiom, but you haven't quite got it right. Normally the phrase is to get a foot, singular, in the door. I think you could probably use it plural, get their feet in the door of the job market, because there are many markets and the job market is one specific one. Okay, their feet. I'm going to change this to get a foot in the door of the job market. I take it as read that parents have the understandable desire to launch their children into a decent job. Some of them are able to pull strings with their connections in order to their children are enlisted in the most prestigious universities. So let's see a couple of things first. To enlist. Most commonly you're enlisted in the army. I think I would prefer the verb enrolled. Enrolled into the most prestigious university. Okay, it works singular and plural. Okay, so we've got a problem with this in order to, because you need some sort of verb here. In order to get their children enrolled into the most prestigious university. So some of them are able to pull strings with their connections in order to get their children enrolled into the most prestigious universities. It goes without saying that the most deprived people do not have this kind of prerogative. Good sentence. So desperate are the most destitute people that they do not that they do consider, emphatic do, I like that, every way to extricate themselves from abject poverty. Well done, no thee there, because it's a general concept. To all intents and purposes, good phrase, they easily go off the rails. This is great. So you've nailed this. So desperate are the most destitute people, you've got an inversion, that they do consider, an emphatic do, every way to extricate themselves, good verb, from abject poverty, great construction. To all intents and purposes, this is a very nice linker, they easily go off the rails. Many of them who strive to be a doctor or a lawyer needs. So many of them, this is plural, many of them need. You need to be careful with these subject-verb agreement things. You tend to make mistakes with those. Many of them who strive, I'm going to add the word may. It just reads better with that. Many of them who may strive to be a doctor or a lawyer need a financial crutch in order to fill their innermost ambitions. I love this crutch, it's a good piece of vocabulary. And innermost ambitions, this is a great phrase as well. Be that as it may, hard work is not enough to climb their insurmountable castle. Okay, let's see. Be that as it may, a great phrase. Yeah, it's a great linker. Hard work is not enough to climb their insurmountable castle. Let's see. I guess this works. I think I might add the word castle wall. And instead of there, I might try this insurmountable castle wall. Okay, I like this castle wall as a metaphor. It works very well. A lot of socially disadvantaged people who have already earned a scholarship, and thereby they were able to realize their full potential. Okay, we lose this who. So, a lot of socially disadvantaged people have already earned a scholarship, and thereby they, I think, change the tense. Were able is okay, but they have been able to realize their full potential. If a lawyer or a doctor can provide service pro bono, it begs the question why schools do not do it. Beg the question, pro bono, this means for free. That's great. I like that construction as well. Let's continue. You're doing well here today. Secondly, it is an undeniable fact that we live in a highly competitive world. Great sentence. No matter how much great effort local government makes, poverty remains a vexing problem. I like this word vexing. Okay, no matter how much great effort. Let's see. This is a bit awkward. Yeah, it's not wrong, but you could make it much better. Let's lose the much. No matter how great an effort, and you've got a really nice structure here that for CPE is a really good one. No matter how great an effort, yeah, no matter how adjective a noun. It's a good structure. No matter how great an effort local government makes, poverty remains a vexing problem. Good. Some of the less empathic, wealthy counterparts often make derogatory comments of opportunism. Okay, this works as well. I think maybe instead of the, I would say some of our. These are talking about our peers. It just reads better. Some of our less empathic, wealthy counterparts often make derogatory comments of works. Again, I think about probably sounds neater, but of is okay. If socially disadvantaged people receive a scholarship, we're going back to that thing at the beginning, per se, it does not mean that they are able to or willing to finish school. A scholarship per se, I love per se, this is a great phrase, it does not mean that they are able to or willing to finish school. Considering who should be eligible, we need a preposition here, for a scholarship, they suggest that it should be earned by merit. So I need another word at the beginning here. So when considering who should be eligible for a scholarship, they, yes, these are not people who lack solidarity. When considering who should be eligible for scholarship, they suggest that it should be earned by merit. Okay, so notice eligible for, you need to get the right preposition. And without the when, it affects the cohesion of the sentence itself. Yep, considering who should be eligible for a scholarship, they suggest that it should be earned by merit. Sounds much better and much more cohesive with when. Suffice it to say, good phrase, that someone who lives in an ivory tower cannot imagine the quotidian existence of less fortunate peers. Great sentence. Suffice it to say, great linker, someone who lives in an ivory tower, lovely phrase, cannot imagine the quotidian existence, great, of less fortunate peers. In conclusion, I feel that underprivileged people should receive a chance to prove their talent. Therefore, a scholarship could be a win-win situation for the individual and the society. So the society, the specific one we're talking about, the is okay, or society in general. So the here is optional and is perfectly valid. So what am I going to say about this? To me, this is the best essay I've seen from you in a very long time. This is really, really quite good. So what am I going to say? Let's see. Answering the question. You've definitely answered the question. Yes, and okay, who should receive it? Yeah, definitely. I think I'm going to give you 4.5 out of 5. It's but it's pretty good. What would I say next? How interesting, how ambitious are the structures you've used? You've used fairly ambitious structures the whole way through. If you can get this, how matter, or no matter how adjective a noun, yeah, that would be, I think, a full 5. But I'm going to give you a 4.5 for how ambitious, because you've done it well. You've got it nearly all right. The vocabulary is lovely. I think 4.5 for vocabulary. Cohesion, it's very cohesive. There are lots and lots of linkers. It's very well structured. It reads very easily. I think only this when would be the only thing I'd take away from it. A 4.5 again. 4.5 out of 5. Now we come to the big one. Mistakes. The number of mistakes has been greatly reduced. Yeah? A foot in the door. Well, you were almost there. Yes, this get without, maybe that was a cohesion problem as well. I think I'm going to give you 4.5. I'm going to give you 4.25 for mistakes. It's definitely better and it's definitely a good improvement. I think overall I'd like to give this essay a 9 at C2. It's a really good essay and I really like it. This is definitely an A. Well done.